Hello, Sir David the Bard. Yeah, Sir David the Bard. I'm coming to you from the car lot dealership. Now, let me tell you something. When you go to buy a new car, don't take your Kangaroos with you. They jump all over the place. They open the door. They honk on the horns. They, can I get a sandwich? Can I buy a Coke? Where's the bathroom? If you want to torture yourself, take your Kangaroos, your little Kangaroos, to buy a car. Anyway, today, Abigail, she's a wonderful daughter. I've got Rachel and Allison. All three of them are wonderful daughters. Nicole. Anyway, I bought a new car today for Abigail. And she's been very, very excited. And she bought a brand new Dodge Dart. And it's for her business. She's got her own little courier business. Anyway, what I wanted to touch base with you on today, a couple of you have made comments. Now, sometimes things are so obviously stupid to me, I don't record them. I go, God dang, people have got to be really dumb as a rock if they don't understand this. But some of my viewers, I guess, fall into that category. Anyway, the Mormon Church, I don't know if they stay up at night thinking of shit that nobody else believes, nobody else cares, that they think they're going to pull the wool over your eyes, and there's a lot of wool they got to put up here before it goes over my eyes. They had a great big meeting. Now, being a Mormon is being in a meeting. If you're not in a meeting, you're on the toilet as a Mormon. Well, maybe, now that they clean the restrooms, maybe they have toilet meetings. I don't know. Anyway, Dallin Oaks, he's the one that signed my BYU degree, and I keep trying to wipe the bastard out, but he keeps coming back like a cockroach on my degree. And Christopherson, I don't know what his name is. They all look the same, they all act the same, they all talk the same, they all have the same new names from the temple. Anyway, they had a big conference, and they're coming out now for equality of gays and lesbians and transsexuals and all the additional gender differences in human beings. Oh, that's big of them. Oh, 185 years they've hated those people. Proposition 8. They spent, I don't know how many millions of dollars to defeat them, and now the courts, as usual, tell the Mormons, go to hell. They can get married. Go to hell. Go to hell. Well, the Mormons, they've been told to go to hell so many times, I think they're deaf. They should have gone to hell. But anyway, federal government, and I think the Supreme Court here is going to back up all the federal judges and say, hey, that's a right as a human being. You can marry whatever you want. A tree, a goat, a dog, you Midwesterners, a sheep. I don't know. Californians? California girls? Yes. Anyway, what I'm saying is they've had this big news conference now, and the Mormon Church has come out and said, we want to be fair. Let me tell you something. Have you ever seen a whore in church? They're uncomfortable. There's some things in life that just, when you look at it or you hear it, it can't be true. When the Mormon Church comes out that we want to be fair, pretty soon you better cover your nuts and your boobs and go, where are they going to kick me next? As you're rolling to the curb. Now, here's the only time the Mormon Church wants to be fair. When they give something in one hand and they rob Peter over here and they slap the hell out of Paul. It's the only time they do it. So here's their proposition. They're coming out now pretending that they never hated blacks, gays, equal rights amendment. They're claiming that, none of that's true. They want to be fair. Mountain Meadows, get those dead people out of the ground. Pick those kids up we killed. They want to be fair. So they say, we want to have the, I don't know what you call that whole, LGBTBYBB, they have that big long, all the genders and the people who are not heterosexual. That's the easier way to say it for me. They should have jobs. Oh, they should be able to feed themselves. Oh, gee, the Mormons they're really being very generous here. They should have jobs. And they should be able to get married. Whoa! One contingency. I thought you people would figure this out, but some of you, I gotta say, take her hand, take his hand, and come over here. That's a kangaroo. And no, you cannot sit in the pouch. They'll bounce you across the plains here. We'll never see you again. Get the hell out of the pouch. Here it is. We want to have the legal right to discriminate. We want a religious exemption. We want them to have all the rights in the world except the rights we don't want to give them. We don't want to marry them in our temples. We don't want to have them living in the dormitories at BYU together, married. So BYU and the Mormon Church, Dallin Oaks, who has a bad voice, when you hear the link down below, he has a cold, and I don't fault him for that. I've had that when I've done my show. He is a retired Supreme Court judge of the state of Utah. Now, you have to have a law degree to be in the Supreme Court of the state of Utah. But there's no IQ test for it. There's no IQ test for it. This guy is a dummy if he thinks this is quid pro quo. That's a fancy legal term that means something for something. You give someone money, you get something in back. A product, a service, etc. So the Mormons are trying to put this in a salad bowl, and they're going to take the top off it. Have you ever done that when you're making a malt? I have. The ice cream's going round and round in there. Take the top off. You go, holy shit, there's ice cream everywhere. That's what the Mormons are doing. They're mixing it up in a great big blender in a salad bowl, and then they're going to pull the top off it and say, see, we're fair. The gays, the rights, and all the lesbians, and all of the weenies and vaginas that don't know how to behave themselves, they can do what they want. But not around us. Not at the BYU. Not in the temple. Not in the church records. Nowhere. We're going to go ahead and give them rights that they've always should have had, and now they do have. Oh, now the Mormon Church agrees with the courts. The boot's gone so far up their ass, it's coming out their mouth, and the Mormons are going, yeah. That's right, they should have jobs, and no discrimination, housing and whatever. Well, at the same time, the Mormon Church says, well, we want some laws passed that we can discriminate religiously against them. That Jesus doesn't like these people, and we're Jesus people. And Jesus told Monson and all of the other old farts that are up there that can't even see, take a crap, eat by themselves, and they're running this supposed 15 million people corporation. It's 4. It's 4.5. Every time I turn the page, people are reporting constantly. There's about 4.5 million Mormons. Half of them are active, and half of them pay tithing. This is not, a wart on your nose. It's more like a hemorrhoid. You don't really see much, but it feels bad. So, the Mormons say, let's be fair. Did you hear that? Roll up in a ball. Here it comes. The rock rolling out of the mountain over the top of you if you're gay or lesbian. So anyway, it's not quid pro quo. The Mormons are losing the religious battle that all human beings have certain rights. And if you want a religion that doesn't include them, that's against the law. And if you're taking federal monies like BYU does, and you won't let them live together in the dorm, BYU won't exist anymore. That federal money is going to be gone. So anyway, take a look at the link down below. I find it interesting. People have wanted me to comment on this, and I have. This is not quid pro quo. This is something for nothing. It's not something for something. It's something for nothing. The Mormons are throwing their arms up going, well, we've lost the gay right marriage thing. We're losing everything. Can we just keep them out of our temples because Jesus told us to keep them out? He hates gay people, and we're just representing Jesus and Jesus' value system. So anyway, take a look at it. Let me, before I close here, let me say just one thing. I've been taking my meds. I'm a little scattered today. Plus, I've been at the car lot all day and chasing kangaroos all around the showroom floor. One of them took the brake off the car and it went through the window. And who owns that kangaroo? Not me. Somebody else brought him in. So anyway, my brother, I still call him a brother, Randy Wilson, Randy this, Randy that, whatever. He has like 15 aliases. And I don't mind him making comments on my program, ever. Anyone is always welcome to make comments. As soon as people start to try to make money and try to disrupt or in any way try to patronize my show for money, I'm going to cut them off. This show is free. Started free, will end free with my death. All of you own my copyrights. All of you own all of my rights. I've made not one dime in 2,000 videos, 1.1 million hits. I ain't got shit. And I'm glad. Because I don't have any axe to burn. Is that a bridge to burn? Or an axe to grind? Or a flaming sword up the butt? You know, when you got dementia, you got to be careful of how you handle these implements in the home. I mean, you got a hatchet and a sword up your back, and your wife will go, Bard, what kind of a day did you have? And I said, can you see? Can you see? Anyway, don't cross boundaries. Mormons always do, and Randy always does. Be free to comment, be free to criticize, be free to disagree, but don't try to use my program as a springboard to anything. Google, there's a couple of guys on Google that, you know, the best of the Bard. I think he's just my butt. Anyway, they've taken some of my copyright stuff and I've given it away. But what I won't do is I won't have my program polluted with money and with people trying to make a quick buck or sell their products or to advertise themselves. I'll just cut it off. So don't do that. Not just my brother, but he does it all the time, but the rest of you, usually you're pretty good at it. And 2 or 3 times a year somebody tries to sell hand soap or nose blood, I don't know, but don't pollute my show. I'm here because I want to be. I'm here, I don't get any money, I don't have any motivation, I get nothing, I'm free. I'm a citizen of the United States of America. I was a Mormon for over 50 years. I didn't get excommunicated. I resigned. I wrote Monson and Jesus a letter and said, the Bard don't roll this way. I'm out. Well, any time that they can try to get me, they do. And that's why I've moved away from money, advertising, you know, even YouTube has offered me, you know, you can make money if we can put ads here and there and whatever. And the Mormon Church, they just shut that down. I don't give a shit. I don't need the money. I don't want the money. Don't send me money. I'm not asking for a donation. You want to give money to someone, go find a poor person and make the world a better place. So anyway, warning to my fair, warning to my brother, don't be an idiot. Don't make me pound you on the side of the head like I used to do when you were a baby. When Randy and I were babies, he would lay up in the crib crying, and my mom would come in and just slap the crap out of him because she said he was eating too much. And she'd throw a bottle in his crib and she'd leave. I was little, but I could reach up and get the bottle. I got under the crib, sucked that sucker down, put that empty bottle back up there, and got my ass out of there. Mom would come in and go, Randy, you drank the bottle, what's your problem? Well, it caused him brain damage. I don't take full responsibility for it, but some. So don't do that shit. And thank you for letting me come into your cell phone or your home or wherever you are. And please, make the world a better place. Make the world a better place. Give something to somebody. Step aside. Be a little bit more patient. I'll do a Spanky report here in the next couple of days. I was over in court today, He was hiding under the chairs. I couldn't find him. He was probably in the women's restroom in the trash can. I couldn't find Spanky. But anyway, I'll keep you updated. Some of you are interested. Most of you aren't, and I don't care. I don't care. But I appreciate you. And I appreciate being able to sit in this damn chair, speak my mind, and you can be critical. As critical as you want. You don't have to agree with me. My job, I hope, is to make you think. It makes me think. My job is to cause discussion, to cause curiosity and boundaries. And my experience in the Mormon Church, you know, I got 14 kids, and most of them won't talk to me, and I'm glad because they don't have good things to say about me. And being able to come on here and be semi-successful, at least I have someone to talk to, myself, and I enjoy that. The rest of you are kind of like sideline people. I'll put my own video on and go, you know, that was funny. That guy's good. Who is that guy? Because when you got dementia, it all looks new to you. It all looks new. So, you know, there's some advantages of dementia, especially with bill collectors when they come and say, you remember this bill? What bill? What's your address? I don't remember. Do you have a phone number? I don't know. There's some advantages to dementia. But anyway, please, pay me, lay me, and ail me. Oh God, hear the words of my mouth. I'm not a cult, I'm not a cult, I'm not a cult. Don't slit my throat, there's no penalties anymore. Don't cut my heart out, don't cut my guts out. And the second token, the name of the second token of the Melchizedek priesthood, the patriarchal grip, or the sure sign of the nail. Health in the navel, marrow in the bone, strength and the same power and priesthood be upon me, upon my posterity, through all generations of time, and throughout all eternity. Thank you again. I got to put the little jumpers to bed. Is that like a jumper cable? I don't know. No, jumper cables, dementia. Jumper cables and jumping kangaroos, they're different things. They're different things. So, you guys have a good evening. I'll be back on. I've been so busy buying cars, selling cars. I'll tell you some details that are kind of interesting, funny. This part's gone.